Hello, my name is Schachtner, and for my inquiry project, I decided to investigate the differences between labs performed face-to-face and between people in two different areas.
The purpose of this inquiry is to discover the characteristics of each type of experience. This knowledge will aid in properly utilizing these experiences in science education. Online courses are a growing trend in education. This new type of experience offers many possible opportunities. It is important that we explore these opportunities. My partner in this inquiry was my housemate and fellow teacher, Corey Hacelius. Corey teaches math at the same high school where I teach science. For the virtual lab, we constructed a catapult from some simple materials such as pencils and rubber bands. Corey interacted with me from a friend's house via Skype. We shared ideas and designs for this project, before and during the construction of the catapult. For the face-to-face lab, we collaborated on the construction of a device to protect an egg from breaking when dropped from a height of 8 feet. We again used simple and common materials, such as a cardboard, toilet paper roll, and balloons. We worked together in the same room to design and construct this device. Let us first explore my observations from the virtual lab. During this experiment, I found the flow of the conversation to be hindered. There were long breaks in between the conversation, and the conversations were very abrupt. One reason for this was the delay in the feed. It was hard to have a casual back and forth conversation, because there was always time in between people talking. I would often wonder if my partner was going to respond or not during these delays. The flow of my thoughts was disrupted and often misdirected during these silences. While we were constructing the catapult, we did not look to the computer screen as much. The lack of eye contact or any other visual cues made it hard to tell when the other person was done talking. This problem was made even greater when combined with the audio delay. The lack of eye contact made for less intimate interaction, and I felt less connected to my partner during the virtual experiment. The setbacks in the audio and visual aspect of this experiment affected our approach to the activity. I was frustrated at the beginning trying to explain my ideas. Because of that, we had to find ways to visually display our ideas with the materials we had and hold them in front of the camera screen on the computer. At times, it was easier to construct portions of the catapult before trying to explain the idea. This limited collaboration, as a part of the catapult was already constructed, before my partner could see it and make suggestions to improve the design. We also did not settle our disagreements in a very collaborative way. It was hard to convey our ideas to one another, so we normally just conceded to the other person rather than really pushing for our ideas. There was also large breaks in the audio and visual contact. We could not see each other during the construction of the catapult, and so did not talk very much. This limited the amount of time that the other could think and make improvements to the design. In spite of all these setbacks, I feel we managed to construct a pretty good torsion catapult. After our first M&M smashed off the ceiling, we bent the spoon to alter the point of release. This adjustment worked and allowed us to shoot the M&M 38 and 42 feet on our next two attempts. The flow of our conversation was much better during the face-to-face lab. There was much more intimate feel, and the ideas were shared much more smoothly and easily. This affected the pace at which we were able to conduct the lab. The smooth flow of ideas allowed us to create a design very quickly, and further ideas were able to be expressed during the actual construction of our device. Although collaboration was easier during this experience, I feel that we did not collaborate as much. This was likely due to the nature of the project. With the materials we had available, the design seemed simple and straightforward to both of us. I began to briefly explain my design, and my partner agreed completely. The construction of our device was pretty much a one-person job, because none of the separate parts needed to be constructed. The pieces simply had to be assembled into one apparatus. Some minor collaboration occurred during the construction. This was normally in regards to something like the best way to tape the pieces together. Our biggest collaboration occurred when we came upon a problem during the construction. Much to our chagrin, we discovered that our egg did not fit into the toilet paper roll as expected. My partner offered the idea of cutting the roll in half, and I had the idea of using the egg carton cells and then wrapping with the excess printer paper. This lab was performed quickly and smoothly, and produced good results. Our egg easily survived several drops from the 8-foot height. We were unable to attempt from a larger height, as our balloons broke, even though our egg did not. This inquiry project shed light on some of the main characteristics of virtual and face-to-face labs, as well as raised several questions. There are obviously a few drawbacks to the virtual lab experience, but the question is how to reduce these problems and highlight the benefits of this type of experience. There will likely always be some setbacks due to the limitations of the visual contact, but as technology progresses more and more, people will have access to faster connections, which will eliminate the delay in the conversation feed. Online activities allow people to collaborate more anywhere in the world. Although it may not be perfect, online collaboration is a great way to share ideas and has already become a huge impact on global technology and society. In future inquiries, I would like to investigate the characteristics of a virtual lab completed with more than 2 people. Face-to-face interactions were shown to be a very smooth-flowing and effective way of collaborating. The benefits of this type of experience are clear. The limitations of this type of experiment is that they have to be conducted in the same place and at the same time. I also wonder if participants will be less likely to consult the internet for help and ideas in this type of interaction. Although I did not notice any evidence to support this, I wonder if students would be more likely to consult the internet if they are already using it for Skype. Another possibility is that they would be less likely to use the internet because they would not want to switch away from the feed. This is something I'd like to conduct further research on. When all is said and done, I feel that face-to-face labs should be incorporated whenever feasible, and that virtual labs are a great alternative when not.